Okay, here we have some grapes from Tesco's, and there's a nice surprise that we have in there. They came from South Africa and India, two different colours of grapes. Within those grapes we found a strange pumpkin-shaped grape, which, and there's lots of those on the internet. It looks really tasty, doesn't it? But the one thing to remember about oddly shaped fruits is they might be oddly shaped for a reason. If you've ever seen an oak apple on an oak tree, you might know that it's caused by a parasitic wasp that burrows into the oak tree, and the oak gall is caused by the tree's reaction. Another example would be spangle galls on the underside of oak tree leaves, or blackberry galls on the stems of blackberry bushes. So that my first thought was, oh, this looks lovely to eat, but then I remembered there might be something inside. Now if you open this thing up, you'll notice that there are little gaps in the fruit, which might look innocent at first, and then of course then you realise perhaps something's been eating the fruit in those gaps. And on the underside there appears to be an exit hole where some parasitic wasp has burrowed its way out. So you can imagine that you would have a very small grape in its early stages. A parasitic wasp would land on the small grape, inject its eggs inside the grape, and as the grape grows, the larvae hatch out, eat the grape from within until they've developed, and when they've developed, burrow their way out and fly off to lay eggs on other grapes. Now what would be interesting is if one of these larvae still resides within and hasn't flown off yet. Unlikely, I think, but we could have a little exploration, cut them open further, just to be sure. Because if I put this in the bin inside the house, and there are still larvae there, we'll end up with parasitic wasps flying around the kitchen that will carry on laying eggs on any grapes we might buy from the shop. There's a little brown object in here, which I think is just a seed. Certainly not larval shape, and it's not moving, so that looks like just a tiny seed. Let's do a bit more cutting, because it would be quite exciting if we found a larva. No, I don't think there's anything here. So now the only final thing is to make sure I throw this outside, where the birds can eat it, and any larvae will be eaten probably as well. And of course these parasitic wasps wouldn't be native to this country. We don't know whether it's India or South Africa that they came from. So remember, next time you see an oddly shaped fruit, it might look tasty. It might look like a delicacy you might not come across again. But remember, there might have been something hiding inside with all sorts of residues that you might not want to eat. Bye now.